Children, for today's optional activity, we're going to make a watering can, but it's not a usual watering can. For this one, we're going to recycle a bottle. Now, I've got an orange juice bottle that we drank the orange juice and the bottle is now empty. A good idea would be any plastic bottle that you've got at home, about 1 litre or more. So even like an empty 2 litre Coke bottle or a 1 litre Coke bottle, any cool drink bottle. I quite like it when it's see-through or transparent because I'm going to use some of my acrylic paints to make some patterns on it just to decorate it. And then I'm going to show you, you need to have a lid for your bottle because then we're going to make some holes in the lid so that once the bottle is done, we can use it as a little watering can and go and water whatever flowers we've got in our garden or some of those plants that we've planted together where we cut off the veggies and we're busy growing those. But any lovely flowers or plants in your garden, this will be a great watering bottle or watering can. Now, I'm going to paint some designs on. Now, if I look at my bottle, I just took the label off and gave it a good wash. They're almost like stripes that go around. So I'm going to do some nice patterns on there. I'm going to start with yellow and I'm going to do some zigzag designs on this stripe going all the way around. You can do whatever you like. You might even want to just paint stripes, but I quite like zigzag designs. So I'm going to do yellow zigzags around. And what's important, children, is you need to give acrylic paint time to dry. And also, children, unfortunately, normal water-based paint and watercolors won't stick on the plastic. You do need to have what we call acrylic paint, or your dad or mum or grandpa or granny might have some paints in the garage that they don't need anymore that might also work on the plastic. My next row, I'm going to just do some little pink acrylic paint dots. 1 dot, another dot, and so we go all the way around. I'm going to do dots there, like that, just to make my bottle interesting. And if you know that your granny or grandpa or your mom or your dad just love their garden and watering their plants, you might even want to give them a plant bottle, like a watering bottle like this, to water their plants. I have a similar one on my veranda, and what I do, children, is I use it to water all the pots that I have in my garden, and that works really well. My next row, I'm going to do a green wavy line going all the way around. It's really up to you, just anything fun that you want to do to make beautiful patterns or designs on your bottle, just to make it look colorful and interesting. There we go, there's the green done. And now I think I'm going to do some blue, just some blue stripes going around. Almost looks like a little fence that I'm going to make with little poles going all the way around in blue like that. Just to give you an idea. Now I'm not going to finish mine because of course I won't let you have enough time if I do all of mine. Now while this is drying, you can do more designs. You can fill yours up even more with lovely patterns and designs. But while that dries, if it's sunny, you can also put it in the sun. There's load shedding at my house today. That's why it's a bit dull inside. I can't even put the lights on. Anyway, once that's done, now you need your lid of your bottle. You also need a grown-up to help you because this is a little bit tricky. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the flat side of the lid on this old magazine that doesn't matter if it gets a little bit ruined. Then I need one of these screwdrivers. It's called a star screwdriver because it has a point and it almost looks like a star on the edge. And that pointy bit is going to help me to make some holes in this lid. But I'm not strong enough to just push into this lid and make the holes. What I need is a grown-up to help me, and I'm going to have to hammer into it. Also, when I do the holes, they mustn't be too close together, because otherwise it's going to make the bottle top lid break and the holes will be almost like cracked and split together. So let's go. Are you ready? This is going to be a little bit noisy and it might make my table bounce actually. Here goes. See if that went through. Aha! Don't know if you can see, but there's a tiny hole. We don't want the holes to be too big because then the water will come out too fast. Let's do the next one. See, the screwdriver even gets stuck into my magazine. There's another good one. And so we go, children, until this bottle top has got quite a few nice holes in it that the water can trickle through when I'm my plants. You better make sure no one's having a snooze when you do this because you might wake them up. See, we're getting there. One more around the edge. There we go. Now I've got a big space in the middle. I think I'm also going to put one in there. There we are. Oops, that was nearly my fingers. There we go. I think I'm quite happy with that. And you can even take your little star screwdriver and just use it on those same holes that you've made, just to push the plastic in. And children, do you see how we're recycling this bottle that might have landed up in the rubbish? And we are making a good watering bottle out of it. Just be careful and get a grown-up to help you. Right, can you see those holes? I think those are going to work really well when I'm ready to put water in. So now your next job is, once the paint's dry, don't touch it because you'll be sad if you smudge your beautiful artwork. Once it's dry, you fill it up with water from the tap, and then you make sure that you screw this on nice and tight so that it's not going to leak. And then once it's full of water, you take your bottle and you can go outside, hold it upside down, squeeze it, and you're going to go and water the plants in your garden. Enjoy that, children, and look after your watering can bottle. I'm sure it's going to do lots of lovely work.